The prophet Daniel was an extremely holy man, and he left us with a secret of survival when we're surrounded by wild animals who want to tear us apart. Daniel went into exile during the Babylonian Empire, but he was so beloved that when Darius the Mede took over after the Babylonian Empire fell, then Daniel continued in his high position, only this time serving under Darius. Unfortunately, not everybody wanted to see Daniel in office. There was a group of people who wanted to get rid of Daniel, so what they did was they tried looking for a way to find fault with him, but they couldn't find fault because he was such a perfected human being. He was amazing. So they devised a plan that they would go to Darius the Mede, the king, and they would tell him that nobody in the kingdom was allowed to pray to anybody other than Darius for a certain period of time. And Darius agreed to this plan. He didn't realize that his beloved Daniel, whom he really admired and respected, would fall into this trap. Even though this ruling came out preventing everybody from praying to a god other than Darius, Daniel didn't listen to it. In fact, he said the way to be Jewish when all the Jew hatred comes out, he said, is to go up and to show everybody how Jewish you can be. To that end, Daniel went up to a tower where there were a lot of windows, and he opened the windows wide and he publicly prayed towards Jerusalem. He did the most Jewish thing possible. Darius's hands were tied, and when he heard about this, he realized that he had to punish Daniel according to the law. So they took Daniel and threw him into a lion's den, but God miraculously intervened and saved Daniel's life. The very next chapter inside of the book of Daniel tells us that Daniel had a vision about wild beasts that represented the nations of the world. You see, the story of Daniel in the lion's den preceded the story about the wild beasts that try to tear the Jewish people apart, to tell you that even though people come against you, if you show proudly that you're Jewish, you're going to have a miraculous intervention. Your job is to serve the God of Israel, to be proudly Jewish, to be Jewish in the most Jewish ways you know, and God will do the rest. So let's do our part. Let's take as many mitzvahs upon ourselves as possible, and God is going to intervene, and we are going to see miracles. Let's look forward to that day because it's coming soon.